In the last hour, it has gone from being a little bit of grey smoke to being that. What can I do? There's literally nothing I can do.
Because plans are made to be changed, Phil.
As you saw in the end of the last video, I made a start taking down this side of the wall and piling all the stone up the back there. We need it in a nice close location to this where it isn't going to be in the way for the build. So over there behind the house is the perfect dumping ground. It's a bit of wasteland really, so it makes sense to put it over there. I've still got these two walls to do, and the plan is to just get all of that stone up there, as much stone as possible. Let's jump on the digger. Today, I'm very pleased to say actually, we have been rained off, and it makes such a blissful change from the searing heat. Today is 20 degrees and it feels fabulous. So yeah, this is the first bit of rain we've had in, I'm pretty confident now, it's 8 weeks that we've gone without any rain and like 40-degree temperatures every day. So this is very, very welcome, and I'm very happy to down tools just for a few hours to sit and enjoy the sound of the rain on the roof. Before it came, we went out and bought another IBC tank. So we have now 2 IBCs, and I bodged up these 2 barrels and an old bit of soil pipe that we had lying around to just collect as much of this rain as possible that we can put into the garden and water our trees. So yeah, didn't cost us a penny really. It's just a few bits lying around, and we can collect some more water to get on the garden, which is very, very much needed. Anyway, I'm getting wet, which is still a massive novelty to say. I'm gonna go back inside. Today's job is to upgrade our old security cameras for a new Reolink system, which is why we're super chuffed that they reach out to us. So we are putting in a few cameras all around the property. First one is this, the one at the house. Sketchy AF, but that's how we do it here, isn't it? Don't worry, I've got my safety flip-flops on. I know you're all concerned. As some of you know, I'm an absolute sucker for stuff that's really well thought out, just been thought about and designed well. So on the back plate here, not only is there a little spirit level bubble to make sure you get it level, but there's also a tiny little hook here. And then on the back of the camera, there's a string. And you can hang it there while you do all your wiring. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have cost them anything to do that, and it's made such a difference to the installation. Well impressed. In the kit comes with these little twist connectors. You just put them over the cable, wind them in, and they bind the cable up lovely and tight. They work great. And they're all insulated and safe. We've got some weatherproof screws with a sealing washer. Go on here. And the camera again. Perfect. Bit of cable tidying to do, and we'll be there. To mount the camera on the driveway, we've got this gate post, which is what the old gate was on. And this is, believe it or not, is actually a bit of small gauge railway track. And it is unbelievably strong in the ground here. I've had the digger hanging off of this and just no chance of getting it out. So we left it there then, but now it makes a nice little mounting pole. To put this in, I've got a couple of coach bolts on here. And if I can get it to line up, there we go. And then I'm going to bolt this into there to clamp that in, and that means we can get our camera mounted a bit higher up on the post. On the driveway here, we're using this, the Argus PT Ultra. Comes with this really nice quick release clamp, and it's battery powered. But not only is it battery powered, you can also get this. And you know how much I love my solar panels. So it's a little 6-watt panel to keep the battery inside topped up. How cool. Just check that the Wi-Fi is working okay on the app. And yep, we are up and running. Testing, testing. If you can hear me okay, we don't do any affiliate links, but if you click down in the description below, we've got you a 10% discount code on Rearlink products. This evening, this has started, and in the last hour, it has gone from being a little bit of grey smoke to being that thick, black, intense smoke. So we put the drone up and we've taken a drive out as well. This is actually miles away at the moment. And at the minute, the wind's sort of in our favour. So hopefully it will pass us. But the sad thing is, this is a beautiful nature reserve over that side, and it's all protected land. And currently it is on fire, which is a real shame. Yeah, disappointing.
Fingers crossed the animals live.
Yeah, fingers crossed everything's okay and nobody's property gets destroyed and it stays clear of our village and all the surrounding villages too. Anyway, just shows you how real it is and how quickly it can happen. We are now about 22 hours-ish further on from when I did this last video clip. And as you can see, it has got no better. If anything, it's got way worse. It has been spreading all throughout the night. All night long, the whole sky was glowing orange. And I flew the drone about 1.2 kilometers away from us. And that footage you'll see now. But yeah, it's still a long way away from us. And at the minute, the wind is blowing in our favor. However, we just heard on the forecast that there is a plan for the wind to change direction, which will then put us in line of this. The nearby village, the nearest village to this fire, has just had their emergency government alert on their phones come up to evacuate. So yeah, they definitely haven't got it under control at the moment. and there is no signs of it coming under control anytime soon. So they've warned that prepare for evacuation. Evacuation will be happening shortly, is basically what the message said, which is unbelievable, really. As I said on the other video, it's really sad because that whole area is a totally protected nature reserve. Yeah, it's a super special area that is for hiking and walking and mountain biking, and just an amazing area of beauty that is completely untouched, and it now looks like that. We haven't seen any helicopters or firefighting planes yet, but I don't think it can be long until that stuff starts turning up, to be honest.
The next day, Phil rushed out to help our neighbour. At first we thought the fire had crept dangerously close to the edge of our village, but what we discovered was the fire brigade had been putting in fire breaks, a vital effort to stop the fire from spreading.
Oh my goodness.
While the fire breaks were an important part of controlling the blaze, seeing the aftermath was hard. A lot of destruction could have been better controlled or avoided, especially in our neighbours' orchards and farmland. It's a reminder of how unpredictable and fast-moving wildfires can be, and how even the best-intentioned measures sometimes fall short. For us, seeing this up close has been a mix of relief and heartbreak. Relief that the village itself was spared, but heartbreak for the land, the wildlife and the livelihoods that were lost.
Not sure if you can hear me, but I'm following our neighbour who owns a farm locally, organic peach farm, and I'm going to try and help her save some of their crops. Planes are over there, and this is the start of her farm and her crops here. Planes are out, which is something. I haven't seen them this morning, and you can see how close this is getting now. So this is our neighbour's farm, and this is all their peach trees, and that's the fire just there. You can hear it bellowing. Just at the bottom of this valley is the road, and that's where the firemen are starting this fire break, which is great in theory, but is potentially going to cost these farmers their land. another 24 hours on from the last video, and the status is potentially under control. The mayor's been out at the top of the road monitoring the whole situation. We've had all of the farmers have come out with water tankers on their tractors, refilling fire engines, but also spraying water out the back of them all along the fields. As you've seen, I was helping out our neighbours today with their fruit trees, which we managed to, they lost a lot, but we managed to save a lot too. And thank goodness that tractor and the pump, and it's really opened my eyes as well to putting an IBC on a trailer or having a Bowser with our pump as well. If we'd have had that on the back of the Land Rover or something, we could have gone and doubled our firepower, which would have been amazing. But there you go, that's the next investment into the fire protection. We're now at a point where the fire is now close enough that a floating ember or something could well set this lot alight. So I'm going to get the pump out, I'm going to get that set up, primed, ready to go. I'm going to have both hoses connected up so that we can do anything that we need to do straight away if we have to in the middle of the night. As you know, we added another IBC, turns out just at the right time. So I'm going to run the petrol Honda pump off of the swimming pool, but this is full to the brim with rainwater. And in this one, I have got another pump. It's nothing special. It's called a vibration pump, and the flow rate's okay, but the pressure's really high, which is amazing, and it's got a really high head pressure. So this just runs on a standard garden hose, but it's something else, so that's good. Pump is set up now. I primed it with rainwater, so it's full of rainwater at the minute, meaning that none of the chlorine is going to eat away at the pump or the internals, but it is in the water so that if we need to, we can suck the swimming pool water up straight away and crack on, which is good. This hose is set up for out the back here and up this side, and I'm going to set another hose up for down the front here, just in case it comes around this side, we can run another hose out down that way.
Over 4 days, over 30,000 acres were destroyed. Much of it protected nature, full of wildlife and trees that have stood for hundreds of years. Farmers' fields and orchards have been lost too, and their livelihoods were wiped out in hours. Watching this with the children was heartbreaking. They saw how fast the flames spread, how quickly lives and homes can be changed, and it left a mark on them. The smoke, the smell, the emptiness where life once thrived. Wildfires like this are becoming more common across Europe, and each year they just seem worse. It's a topic that sparks debate, but for us it's simply devastation. The loss of animals, the destruction of centuries-old trees, the land scarred for years to come. It's raw, emotional, and just impossible to ignore. Well, it's been quite a few weeks, isn't it?
We have had an intense few weeks, we're not going to lie. So yeah, excuse us not putting a video out last week when it was due. I don't know if you can see in the background, but over there is the fire, and in between this field and the fire is the road, and that's the only thing that stopped it. So you can see how close it was. But with the fire out of the way and done, we need to focus back on our project. But why are we here, Kaylee?
Because it's all changed again. Because plans are made to be changed, Phil.
So we had set a plan in stone. Actually, in the last video, I watched it back and we said, we've got a plan now, we're sticking to it, blah, blah, blah. Well, in the last week, that plan changed yet again. And we just went, neither of us had a good feeling about the barn.
No.
Neither of us were excited about it or looking forward to doing it. It was just...
We lost sight of what we're doing. We lost sight of following our dream and the whole
Yes.
reason why we moved here
Yeah.
and what we're aiming for.
Yes. We ended up just trying to look at something to get it done rather than actually doing it how we wanted to do it. And that all changed the other day when we drove past the neighbouring field to this. And we sort of looked at each other and went,
What are we
doing? Like, literally like that. What are we doing? And there and then we both decided, do you know what? We're not doing the barn how we had planned, which was with concrete and brick and block.
Just get it up for Christmas.
Yep.
Get it up by the end of the year. We just need an extended living space.
We're still getting up for Christmas, trust me. But we are now building it
exactly how we wanted it.
exactly how we wanted it, with straw.
We're building a straw bale tiny home. And we are
Yeah.
so excited about this. For those of you who have followed us from the very beginning, you will know that we completed a straw bale course together when I was pregnant with Ember back
Yes,
in
we
Brighton at the Brighton Earthship. And since then we have studied books, we have reached out to some amazing friends who have offered us advice, and it was always our intention to demolish the house and build the house as a straw bale / Earthship inspired build.
Yep.
But
We decided to get some more training in before we do the house.
yes,
And literally in the time it took to make that decision, we both went from being okay about the barn and just getting on with it to like being super excited about this. Like, this is what we came here for. This is what we want to do. And whilst on a small build like the barn, the straw bales take up a lot of space on the walls and stuff, we think it's going to be worth it. And it's going to be perfect training for us. So yes, this field, this very field, this straw that we're stood in now is being baled tomorrow for us. Specifically for us, we are having this whole field and maybe the one next door as well, depending on how many bales we get out of it. It's actually happening.
we're just absolutely buzzing.
Yeah,
And what's
we are.
even more exciting is this will be a family build.
Yes.
It is something that we can all get involved in.
Yep.
And yeah, so the next video that will come out will be episode 1 of our straw bale building
It will.
series.
And we're hoping that being bales, it will go up quite quickly. That doesn't mean the barn's going to be built overnight, but we're hoping that the build still will be able to be done before Christmas. We have ordered timber. That has already been ordered and paid for, which is crazy. I am working on foundations currently, which will be in the next video.
We've got so much that we need to share with you, but that will all be
Yes.
in the next video.
Yeah. It's just super exciting. I'm not going to lie, it's just super exciting. You lot see a field of straw, we see a field of buildings and possibilities. It's great.
Walls and it's so exciting.
It is exciting. So we're going to do it as natural as possible, apart from where modern materials make sense, you know?
Yeah.
So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. We hope that you will follow us on this straw build, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we will, because we are seriously excited about this. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, as always,
We'll see you on the next one.
Have you got an idea how you want to start?
No. My turned on, Phil.
You are officially
Turned on.
turned on. Actually, between this field and what? And I'll be honest, I have now forgotten if it's day 4 or day 5 of the fire after yesterday for building it inside the house. I feel like this is not going brilliantly well and I'm just waffling. This one's for you, Alex. Go get 'em, boys. Link reached out to us. Is that terrible? Oh. I've already said that, have I? Sorry. Oh my goodness. Can we just redo it?